up, everybody? This is T1 the Gamer, and we've got a long feud today. I'm not sure what party it is. This is day 4 of the first week. And let's see, last time we went to check out about Pierre Tong. And today we have Jean Lumumba. So, alright, let's just go ahead and get into this. Punctual as always at sea. Well, if you're up to it, we've got one more area to visit today. Let's go with coffee. I will ensure that your shuttle has a fresh coffee pot ready when you leave. You should come to the core for now so that we can get started. Fine, we'll come to the core so we can get started. I don't want coffee, but that's cool. Look at it. Okay, Mr. Yoshida's favorite dogs. I have no idea what that means. Control room is locked. Can't get in here. Still. Okay. Head to the main hallway. And we got to the AI core. I'm gonna go talk to Hal. I think we're gonna go with Hal. Well, today should be an easy choice. There's only one area left to check for now. However, I've been picking up rumblings of another storm on its way. You can access your ship as usual in the South Shuttle Bay. Please do be careful out there. Let's see. Okay, Rich does the same thing. Hal, does the same thing. Okay. Check. Go ahead and get going. And of course there's only one place left for us to go. Let's see. Mission complete, currently inaccessible to the caves. So that's where we are. That is currently inaccessible, and let's go to the caves and find out about Jean Lumumba. And we're on a little rocket racer. This really doesn't seem to have to do with anything right there, but still. Okay. Though the planet's landscape is hostile, its core is rich with minerals and a special kind of crystal that we can process into fuel. Hudson Cartier did decades of research to understand this crystal and how to exploit it for the energy needs of the colony. I'm not sure why your colleagues chose to call this facility the Caves, but it contains the administration offices and leads to the mining operation. After the Rift event, the caves have been offline. I need to investigate and find if there's anything left to process. Okay. So this has been offline. I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. Everybody's dead. We're entering the administration building. This administration building is where Mr. Lumumba and his staff worked. So far it seems surprisingly intact. Before we do anything else, let's check out Mr. Lumumba's office. It should be in the door to your right. Wait, here we go. This lobby was decorated with plants grown in the agrodome. They would have looked beautiful in that grand space. Let's investigate Mr. Lumumba's office first. It's the other door. Whatever, Al. Don't rush me. What's this? Sorting facility? Hold on, it's dangerous in there. Let's not go in there if it isn't absolutely necessary. Calling it now, it's going to be absolutely necessary. Yeah, this is Mr. Lumumba's office, the resource manager. Let's check out Mr. Lumumba's terminal. Maybe there will be some answers there. Calling it now. There will. Wait, let's check out everything else. Okay, check the monitoring. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. The display doesn't appear to be on. Maybe there's another way to, or maybe there's a way to power it back up. You mean like a on switch, Hal? Is that what you're looking for? Wait, we'll wait on using the terminal just for now. See if there's anything else. Inspect the bookshelf. Row upon row of technical books regarding mining. The shelf is covered in mold and dirt from the damaged ceiling. We have a couch back here. And here is Mr. Lumumba's terminal. Do we want to use this terminal? Why not? Okay. We need access to this terminal, but it appears to need facial recognition to unlock it. The system isn't completely accurate. Maybe there's a way to get around it. I think we're gonna find his dead body and hold it up to the monitor thing. Possibly not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Okay, bookshelf still the same. Okay, so we're gonna go to the administration lobby now. So let us walk around to the operations center. This is the command center for the mining facility. All the actual mining was done by drones. It's much safer that way. Operations staff manage the drones and the mine from here. They track blasting, sorting, delivery, everything. There isn't much trace of the staff here though. That's odd. I don't have records of the evacuation. Inspect the broken monitor. Those big displays show the staff the real-time movements of drones, plus general conditions and other data. Unfortunately, that monitor has been damaged, so it won't be of much use to you. Okay, so we have to find super glue. Inspect the workstation. It seems to be stuck in some kind of error loop. A warning keeps flashing on the screen, ventilation failure. Ventilation failure. Here's a copy. That lounge area appears surprisingly opulent, even among all the dust and debris. Those synthetic leather chairs are not cheap. Modern day mining operations seem much more comfortable compared to the mines of 100 years ago. I'm talking about now. Okay, here's the photo of Jean Lumumba that probably we're going to use for facial recognition. But let's go ahead and check everything else first. Well, okay, let's grab it first. There's a low power photo frame device on the counter, currently flashing a photo of Manager Lumumba who's smiling. The frame gives it a convincing 3D effect. What do we do with this? This is gonna take some thought. That terminal shows an account of all the drones that were deployed to the mine. Their status is all read offline. So all the drones that were sent to the mine are offline. So there is ventilation failure. All the drones were sent to the mine and they're all offline. And this place is pretty comfortable. That's what we learned from here. And they hate monitors. And they have nice plants. Okay, he likes books on mining. Here we go. We're going to use the 3D photo of the terminal. We're going to check the computer. Oh, go. Resource Manager Lumumba's terminal contains all the usual reports and statistics on the mine's operation. There is, however, a voice conversation between Mr. Lumumba and Director Pierre Tong. I'll give you the details. John, don't you see what's happening out there? Pierre, I see just fine. I'm handling it. John, dang it, Pierre. Just admit we're screwed. The Rift event has doomed us all. Pierre, it's not like that. AF4B3B has every distress signal we've got firing back home. We're going to be fine. John, fine? Colony B is a smoking ruin. Everyone's blaming you, you know. Our genius leader completely out of his depth. Oh, so you're blaming Pierre Tong. Pierre, we're going to be fine. We're prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. Those idiots are just freaking out. Because, John, because you're not leading them. Because, oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Pierre, John, what is it? John, I have to go. Someone's trapped down in the mines. I have to go. Pierre, John, you can't go down there. Don't be an idiot. The audio file cuts off there. It's how I can extract from the terminal. Boop. Turned it on. That monitor shows a real-time overview of what's going on in the mines. The blue indicator is where you are right now. Looks like we're going down to the mines. Oh, look, that's a map. Those red areas, though, those indicate humans who shouldn't be in the mines during operation. They could indicate survivors I couldn't account for. You need to get down there and verify if anyone is still alive. Okay, let's go do that. We're on our way, Hal. Okay, so Pierre Tong, who was back in Colony B, he had disappeared and left William King to take over. But why did he disappear? We don't know. Maybe this is part of the reason. Okay, what a sight. That room has been completely demolished. You can head down to the mines or take a look at the equipment up there. You're pretty much free to do whatever you want. Hal doesn't care. Why don't you care, Hal? Alright, let's look at the equipment. This is the sorting chamber. You can still see some of the special drones attached to the pillars up there. I can't. They maneuver around to sort the various crystals within the mining aggregate and package them up in safety containers. I'm not sure I see the drones. I mean, I'll take Hal's word for it, but I cannot see any drones. Do we have anything else we can see? We do not. So we're going to descend to the crushing chamber. Here we go. I'm reading very dirty air down there. It looks like part of the mine suffered a cave-in. It must be very stifling in there. Oh. Scan it. Drone parts. There are chips and circuits from one of the excavation drones on the mine floor. They've been stripped of all their wiring. Well, that's weird. Somebody took the drones and stripped them of their wiring for something. Oh, look at blast marks. Okay. Based on those marks and the debris around them, I guess someone used explosives to remove the rubble that used to be here. With all the cave-in caused by the seismic activity, it was likely a last resort to escape. Enter refuge station. Inaccessible. Is that where we had a person? You seem to scan a portable data log. Okay, this is Jean Lumumba, data log 1. Okay, you seem to scan a portable data log. It must have got accidentally picked up with a mining aggregate. This apparently belonged to Jean Lumumba. It appears somewhat damaged, but I'm able to pull a fragment from the original audio. Here it is, as best as I can access it. This is Wheezy Sound, Jean Lumumba, resource manager. I tried to help out, they got stuck down here, the two of them, Viktorov and Fisher. Okay. Hold on, let me get that down. Viktorov and Fisher got stuck. Could that be the two life forms that we found in there on the screen? As much as I hate to admit it, maybe Pierre was right. This place, losing pause, might be where I die. That's where the log ends. It seems to be the first part of a series of recordings. Guess what we're going to be looking for? A series of recordings from Jean Lumumba. Okay, drone. Damaged drone. The mining drone has been crushed by falling debris. It will never mine again. Sorry, little buddy. Okay, there seems to be water flowing on this electric power thing, maybe? Maybe not. Trees be collapsing and stuff in there. That looks like maybe more blast marks, maybe not. We shall find out soon. Descend to the aggregate chamber. That's where the excavation drones brought the blasted aggregate and loaded it in automated carts. The air is even fouler down here. Here's a drone. Broken drone. That drone looked like it failed when exposed to more dirt than it was designed for. It was definitely overworked. Poor little drone. If only you'd gotten time off. You could have been saved. Wait, what is this? Okay. That's a collection of motor function parts from an excavation drone, or at least the basics. Many small parts have been removed. So there's wiring removed from the other stuff. There was many small parts, apparently, removed from this one. Somebody was building something, maybe? Wait, descend to the blasting chamber, but we don't want to do that yet. Go ahead and take a look at the rest of this. Drone parts. Doesn't look like there's anything else in this room. Enter the refuge station. So do we want to descend to the blasting chamber or enter the refuge station? I follow it this way. Wait, what was that? Mining cap. Looks like some safety caps were left down there when people left. Can we wear it? No. Apparently our giant robot head will not allow us to wear those. Where'd I go? I can't get by. Okay, here we go. Now, let's enter the refuge station. It's only 2-8. Oh no. Found a body. The body of Carlotta Viktorov. Okay, so we now know who Viktorov is. And that was one of the life forms, apparently. Those remains of excavation supervisor Carlotta Viktorov are surprisingly well preserved. She must have sealed herself in that refuge chamber. She's holding on to some crude notes, apparently scrawled on the backs of pages to an emergency manual. The notes read like some kind of last statement. Escape ship needed energy. Came to get my secret stash of processed stuff. Cave-ins forced me in here. Without ventilation, air is finite. Fisher tried to rat me out. Took care of it. Don't want to die in this tomb, but at least this whole nightmare will be over. Ooh. What does that mean, Fisher? Fisher tried to rat her out, but she took care of it. Did she kill him? We don't know. But at least this whole nightmare will be over. That's all Supervisor Viktorov managed to write, it seems. Without a clear air supply, I'm afraid she wouldn't have lasted long down there. Okay, so she had a secret stash. Take the pocket knife. That scratched up antique looks to be a heavily modified consumer-grade pocket knife. Could probably be used to pry something open. You know, I believe it belonged to Mr. Lumumba. Perhaps you should mention it to him in a holosim chamber this evening. I think I will. Thank you, Hal. Okay, so what do we know about this Carlotta Viktorov? She was the supervisor, and she apparently, the escape ship, they were trying to get off, they needed energy, and she had a stash. She was stealing stuff from there. So she came down to get it. Fisher shows up. She took care of it. There were cave-ins, and she got trapped in that room where she died. Okay, moving on. Descend to the blasting chamber. What did she do with Fisher, though? You're in one of the digging chambers, or at least one that didn't completely collapse. Your signal is weak. Please be careful. What do we got here? Gutted drone. It appears someone removed many of that drone's components. Judging by its condition, it was mercilessly inoperable by that point. The drone. Oh, here's another note. John Lumumba, Dialogue 2. Looks like you found a dialogue. It appears to be the second in the series. I pulled out what audio I can from it. I'll read it for you. I'm here coughing in the cave mines. Ivan for some time. Cave-ins have made return impossible. Viktorov, her eyes, so afraid, so manic. That fear reminded me to keep going. I'm not giving up. You fool, Pierre, coughing, long pause. Maybe your pig-headedness is exactly what I need right now. That's all I can recover from this log. So he came down here, and oh, here's a body. Is this Lumumba or is it Fisher? Probably Fisher. Yep, body of Maya Fisher. Okay. That is geochemist Maya Fisher. It looks like her suit was compromised. Got several deep slashes throughout. She was likely exposed to the toxic air too long. She's got several slashes in her suit, which killed her. Then we have Carlotta Viktorov, who had a knife in the other room and said that she had taken care of Fisher. The scanner revealed an item in her pocket, a replicated ring in a small box. It looks like a simple wedding band. Oh, Maya Fisher was married. It is of no use to us, but I find it curious. Well, it seems excavation supervisor Viktorov and geochemist Fisher both met their ends down there. What a lonely place to die, especially when you're being killed by that witch, Carlotta. Mr. Lumumba's audio file suggested he went down there as well, but apparently he wasn't there. See if you can find out what happened to him. Alright. Let's see. Oh, here's something. Drone shell. This drone has been heavily excavated for parts and pieces. It looks so helpless there, down in that awful place. The drone. Johnny. Johnny was my best friend. And now he's gone. He's gutted, probably by that witch Carlotta. She killed both of them. Look, they were in love. She was trying to crawl to him. Trying to just, die with him. And here's their other little, that was probably their child. And Carlotta just broke it. And gutted him for parts. Carlotta probably thought that Maya Fisher was a drone also and tried to gut Maya Fisher. Alright, I'm going back to the aggregate chamber. So basically we've got one room. Oops, earpiece out. We've got one room that we could not get into. But maybe we missed something around here. Kind of take a little walk around while we're at it. Okay, this should be room right over here. Oh, it's accessible now. Okay. Good work. Using a knife to pry open the doors was a smart solution. You can enter now. See, I'm so smart. I did that without even thinking about it. What is this? It's a med kit. There's an empty emergency kit. It has been completely depleted of both rations and medical supplies. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Here's note number 3 from John Lumumba. That equipment contains a fragment of a data log. By the file number, it looks to be the 3rd in the series. I'll read it. Quakes have stopped, and this coffin has held steady. No, not a coffin. I'm getting out of here. Pierre, you idiot, if you find this, if I don't make it out, I want you to know I'm not giving up. Energy fuel, that's my specialty. And I've got an idea to help get somebody off this rock at least. The rest of the log is just background noise, and then it ends. That seems to be the last part of this particular recording. Well, those data files suggest that Mr. Lumumba attempted to escape. I think he probably did. It looks like you've discovered as much as you're going to down there. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any fuel left for us to process. And now we're left with the mystery of what happened to Mr. Lumumba. But I don't want you hanging around in these mines any longer. You know what, Hal? Not your call. Alright. We've got stuff to scan. These are parts from one of the colony's drones, specifically energy core casings. The cores themselves are missing. So, again, somebody tearing the drones up. Emergency kit. So it looks like we're going back. And we'll go talk to Mr. Lumumba. Find out. He won't actually know what happened though, because like the scan was from an earlier him. Wait, is there anything new we can do in here? Probably not, but see, those indicate humans shouldn't be in the mine during operation. That was the two that we found. See, it's weird that she's telling us, or that he is telling us to get down there and find out if they're still alive when we just found their dead bodies. I don't think Hal is completely there. I think Hal was excavated for parts. Has a few loose screws. Okay, so looks like now we're going to be heading back. There was something entirely unwholesome about those caves. There was a moment when I felt my communication link was getting weak. I must admit, I was worried. I didn't want you to lose focus or panic while we were down there, so I didn't say anything. In any case, you did great. Come back to base, and I'll process what you found today, and you can relax. Oh, okay. I guess I can't relax yet. Let's get back to the base. Speed Racer. Return to Colony A. Zoom, zoom. It's like NASCAR, only like more fun. Excellent work, Tom. You've been successful at every mission so far. This is really going to help us. Thanks, Hal. Come see me as usual so I can process these findings and plan our next move. I will do that, Hal. Wait. No, okay. You got it. Alright. Makes you wonder why she can't process the findings already. But it's cool. And you can feel the quakes. Like in the controller is vibrating. Apparently the quakes are getting worse. Do you hear the storm outside? Oh, no. Never mind, it's a storm. Oh, a storm? Yes, as I've mentioned before, dumbass. The activity outside is definitely getting worse. I know. It's so bad I can feel it in my controller. The weakening of the planet has caused a violent new storm system to come our way. This wind is just the beginning. You should still be able to have one of your extracurricular meetings, but I believe your safety is compromised. I'll have to shut things down. Since he went to the caves, you'll be able to visit Mr. Lumumba and I'll have a sun chamber tonight. Be mindful this evening. I would hate to see our last remaining home damaged the way Colony B was. What are you trying to say, Hal? I think there's some kind of a conspiracy thing there. I don't think she's entirely on our side. Maybe like, would you kindly go to sleep? Tom, please wake up. We may not have much time tonight. I was hesitant to let you go into the chamber, but the storm has calmed a bit, and I didn't want you to miss out. Aw, thanks. I know how much these visits mean to the hologram, so as long as you don't take too long, you should be okay. But when your meeting is over tonight, please head straight to your quarters. I fear this storm may get worse again any minute. Stay safe tonight, Tom. Okay, Hal. Goodbye, Okay, we have to hurry. The power could go out at any moment. It's getting hectic. Will I make it? What if I'm in the chamber and, like, the power goes out? Will I get trapped in there and die a horrible, painful death forever? Okay, so we don't really know much about this guy, Jean Lumumba. But look at you. The eye gave me a bit of info, but it's pretty actually neat. You made it back from the caves, I take it. How did it go? Let's go with, I'm not sure. You're not? Well, you're still alive, aren't you? That's always a good sign that you're doing something right. Oh, and you look sad. Like, aww. You know, I've been thinking, that eye has us all working to get that escape ship upgraded and get you both off this damn planet. And I just can't shake the feeling like all of this could have been avoided, that you're going through this for no good reason. Sometimes even now I get preoccupied thinking about old arguments or wondering what we could have done differently. Do you ever do that? And do you ever think about what might have been? Sure, of course. It's so hard, isn't it? When you just know you could have prevented something when you could have done more. Yep, hindsight is always 20/20. Now I know too well that the reason we're all in this situation, and I'm saying this as a hologram for Pete's sake, is because of the rift of it. Despite all of Hudson Cardier's studies, decades of research, all of our info, this planet just went and threw a wrench in everything. Stupid planet. So many dead, senselessly so. We had this whole operation running like clockwork, well, most of the time. But what we were doing was amazing. Of course, HC-247A is the first successful terraforming project, but we were supposed to be the largest, and the first was boots on the soil from the get-go. Before we just had those orbital platforms slowly nuking the planet with greenhouse gases, and then other drones taking care of the rest. But it took decades more than this project was supposed to take, and as you know, Earth wasn't in a state to wait that long. I don't know, what do you think? Did we do the right thing coming out here, setting up this new project, risking everything? Absolutely. I hope you'd say that. If only to quiet my own worrying for a while. I mean, if Hudson Cartier didn't try to colonize so aggressively, we might not be here at all. You know, when things were running more smoothly, I felt more alive than I ever did back on Earth. Finding those crystals was a huge breakthrough. Normally, projects like this have to haul all their fuel, and restocking is difficult. But a planet with a resource we could actually exploit changed everything. I was actually one of the first back home to get to see the delayed feeds from the old probe drones, to see the caves, the crystals, to get the sample results transmitted back to Earth. And it was such a thrill to realize that we could harness them, process them, and keep the project running indefinitely. But the one bit of data that was harder to fathom was how unstable the crystals could be when exposed to certain conditions, even with all our tests over the years. Simulations can only show us so much, and our actual sample size was initially so very small, but those are the risks, I suppose. I just wonder if we had taken a little bit more time, could any of this have been avoided? We didn't have time, damn it. But listen to me, I could turn this over and over in my head forever, and we just met. So Tom, let's focus on the present. You must have info you need, or else you wouldn't have come here. What should we discuss? Go with your job. Well, yeah, I probably told you I was a resource manager, but sure, now I can explain a little bit better. I manage the resources. How's that? I was the person responsible for mapping out how best to use the resources available to any given project, natural resources mostly. Some of the bean counters at Hudson Cartier thought I was like them, just a guy putting numbers in columns, making it all add up. But I never saw my job that way. I've always been an explorer. I like to find things. I like to mess around with them too. So figuring out how to mine the crystals on this planet, turn them into fuel so we could be self-sufficient. That was a challenge and a satisfying one. I had great staff though, wonderful people to work with. Even though I wasn't fond of having a desk job, they made it worthwhile. Except for that Carlotta. Then the risk events changed everything, or affected everything. It put the whole planet, the whole project into chaos. And so many of those good people suffered. Even Carlotta. But you were down there, weren't you? What did you find? You know what? Screw it. Let's find bodies. Oh no, Viktorov and Fisher, you say? That is truly terrible. You see what I mean now? There's been so much tragedy, so much loss. What else is on your mind tonight? Kind of want to combine the two. Show them the knife and be like, your life. No, okay. My life? You mean before this planet? I guess I have a few adventures to tell. Why not? Let's find out. Who are you, Mr. Lumumba? Who are you? Before working with Hudson Cartier, I wasn't crazy about being in an office, you know? Even as a kid, I preferred being outside. There was a group of us when I was younger that used to host these challenges. They were like game shows, just for us. Each of us was active, outdoorsy adventures, but with various talents. Someone would set that month's challenge and the rest would agree to meet it. Like the one time Haley decided we'd have a hang gliding competition. None of us had done that before. We had 3 weeks to prepare, and I was only 5. So we all joined classes or found someone to teach us or taught each other. And then we met on the bluffs outside the city. 3 of us died horribly. Oh, okay. The goal was to glide the furthest from land safely. Haley went first. That was the rule. Whoever issued the challenge had to go first. Then we all went in turn. I'll be honest, I didn't prep as much as I should have. Things were different then. Too much time and too little responsibility. I was out having fun. So when I went, I made a big show of it, like I was ready to convince everyone I was the most ready. But boy, I wasn't ready at all. Not by a long shot. I lost my left testy. Okay, out of the 5 of us, I glided the 3rd farthest. But I also did so right into an old barn settlement. Broke my leg in 12 places. That was close. After that, well, I learned to take things a bit more seriously and to prepare. What else is on your mind tonight? Your life. Nope. Okay, sure, the knife. Well, I'll be, that does jog the memory. I can tell you more about where that comes from. My pocket. It was actually my brother who gave me that knife. Well, the first version of it. I think I've had it for over 20 years. When one of the tools broke, I'd find tutorials on how to fix or replace them. When I did so poorly and cut myself, I started taking it seriously. It was clumsy. My brother said a tool like this was the best kind of friend. He always kept it close, always looked after it. It would always be there for you. You could talk to it, hold it close at night. This sure does bring back the memories. Sometimes you think too much and miss the easy solution. Seeing this again, maybe helping you with the ship isn't as complicated as I thought. It's about making things simpler, not more convoluted. I think I have some ideas. Thank you, Tom, for bringing this to me. It's giving me some inspiration. Listen, Tom, I don't know how much power the AI still has or how much this visit is using. Just to be sure, we could probably say goodbye for now. He's just tired of me. Do me a favor though, won't you? Put my mind at ease. Try to find out what happened. I don't want to fade away thinking that we doomed ourselves from the start. I will. I appreciate it. Hopefully when I see you again, the 4 of us will have made more progress. But until then, stay safe out there. So he's the only one that we don't sit next to. That's kind of weird. Can we go back? John! John! Okay, he's gone. He's back in the machine. What's this? Is that... No, it's a drone. Okay, what's going to happen? Don't go to sleep. Okay, before we go to sleep, let's go over what we know about. Lumumba seems to be a good guy. He apparently thought that he could actually, like, make things work here. And he didn't really. I mean, everything started falling apart. He went to help. He tried to stay. He was also friends apparently with Pierre Tong. The two women, Carlotta, evil Carlotta, and Maya Fisher, went down into the mines. Apparently Carlotta was first trying to get some resources that she put away. Maya followed her. And Carlotta may have killed her, tore her suit open so that she was exposed to the toxic air, and killed her, and then Carlotta died herself, being trapped in her room because of the cave-ins. We don't know. But apparently Lumumba went after them, trying to like save them, and we don't know what happened to him. It says that he probably escaped. He left logs, so he may have actually gotten out, but we don't know where he is. Alright, that's pretty much for that situation. So we've got another mystery. There's 4 mysteries now so far. So let's go to sleep for the night. Find out what happened. Uh-oh, power went out. Tom, wake up. I hate to be the bearer of bad news so early, but it appears that we have a problem. What's up? What's up, Hal? That storm I mentioned moved in very quickly and violently. While you were sleeping, it passed directly through here. Through my room? That explains it. The colony suffered some damage. You probably heard quite a din. Colony A is mostly intact, but it was a close call. I'm afraid you won't be able to set out anywhere today. It's just too dangerous outside. And I need your help here. We need to make sure our equipment is still operational. Please, come with me. Wait, let's see if anything has changed in here. What happened to my couch? Oh, okay, nothing. Alright, actually, before we head out for day 5, we're going to go ahead and stop this video there. I think it makes it a little bit easier doing it like day by day. It seems to be like kind of broken into parts that way. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, yeah, okay. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Like, tell me what you think so far. If there's, like, any other games that you want me to play. I do kind of have, like, quite a few games so far though, going right now. But also subscribe to CMC the Gamer and Selena's channel, Strix Gaming. I almost said Strixcraft, but okay, that's just a part of it. Alright, and we'll see you next time.